Hey guys, welcome to the channel. This is my second time recording this because the audio was horrible. You couldn't hear anything I was saying. So it will be a while before I'll be able to post any videos to the channel. Basically what happened is I've been hospitalized twice. I've been diagnosed with vertigo. Basically, what's going on with me is everything is blurry. It's like I'm on a roller coaster. So, Saturday we picked up our load out of Colton, California, and I drove out to Phoenix, where me and my husband have switched, and I went into the back and went to bed, and we made it here to Anthony, Texas, and our plans was, just to park up here and take a shower and everything, and then head out. Well, when he woke me up, I told him to go ahead because I just wasn't feeling good, to go ahead, and when he comes back, I'll go. So I guess an hour and a half later, he came back and tried to wake me up. And when he woke me up, I was telling him my head was spinning, which I do remember that I couldn't focus. My eyes couldn't focus on one thing. It was just going from side to side, so fast. And I basically told him call the ambulance because something was wrong. And at that time, I remember telling him, pass me a bag, I have to throw up really bad. Which he did, and I just remember just puking everywhere in the bag, not in the truck, that's nasty. Puking, and I was telling him, something's wrong. And I remember him telling me, just lay back down, and I laid back down. And the operator was asking him questions. The 911 operator was asking him questions. And she's like, is she responsive? And he was like, barely. So, I remember hearing him saying the EMTs are here, and I remember them getting in the truck. And they were asking me my name and my date of birth and where I was from, and I don't remember answering them. So I remember him trying to take my vitals and do my pulse and everything like that, and I remember him saying, her pulse is really weak. We need to get her out this truck. We need to leave now. So I remember him screaming at me that I need to get up. And I'm like, I need to throw up. That's all I can remember saying is I need to throw up. So they gave me this bag and I'm throwing up. And I guess I went to hand him the bag and he was like, there's blood in here. We need to get her out this truck. So I remember squeezing through to the passenger side. And guys, I'm so sorry. My eyes is actually closed right now while I'm filming this, because I get so dizzy. So I got in the passenger side and I'm throwing up in the bag. He's like, you have to get down out the truck. And I remember he's like, I'm right behind you. And he's like, grab on. So he's telling me what to do as I'm climbing out our truck. And I get in the stretcher and I remember throwing up, and I'm holding on to the bag. So we get in the ambulance, and he was like, all right, I need to check your blood pressure. And he did the blood pressure twice. And I remember him telling the driver, that it's 60 over pulp or PELP, whatever it's called. I have no idea. And they say code 3. So I remember them saying that we need to go now, code 3. So I hear the sirens and they're speeding. And he's telling me everything he's doing. He's like, I need to get you on an IV because you're extremely dehydrated and your heart rate is really low. Your blood pressure is really low. And I feel the prick of him doing the IV. And so you guys know I'm not making this up. I can do this one real quick. There goes everything. That's one arm. That's the other arm. That's so close. Alright. I need to lay back down. I'm starting to get dizzy. And I'm under this sheet. So we get to the hospital and they took me straight to the operating room because it was that serious. And he's talking to my husband and the nurses are talking to me, and basically they're thinking that it's a migraine. And because I can't tell them that it's not a migraine, that it's something else, so they start giving me migraine medicines. And still everything is spinning hours later. So I remember just thinking of this gardener. His name is Praxis, out of Iowa, that had the same similar experience. And I remember him saying that he was diagnosed with vertigo, and that's the only thing I could say was vertigo. And so the nurse was like, vertigo. She said it back, and I think I signaled the thumbs up to her, vertigo. And so they came back with the medicine, and it was a pill. And so I took the pill with some water, whatever, and probably like 45 minutes later, they wanted me to get up and walk to the nurse's station. And I'm telling them, no, everything's still did it. She wants me to do this with my eyes open. And I'm telling her, no, I can't do that with my eyes open. She goes, well, we need to see what's going on. So I get up with my eyes open and I start walking, and halfway, I just start throwing up. I threw up the pill, threw up the water, threw up everything. And so she goes, okay, you can walk back to the bed. And I can tell, that hospital, I don't even know the name of the hospital. It was the worst experience ever. So I walked back to the bed and I lay down and my head spinning, and she goes, well, since now you can walk back, we're going to go ahead and release you. And I can hear her telling my husband, we're going to go ahead and do the discharge papers, that this is a migraine. So they call the taxi. This lady comes, and I can basically peek and see, the vehicle or whatever. Then I close my eyes because it starts getting dizzy again. And I get in her vehicle, and she says, why are they releasing her? Something's wrong. She doesn't look right. And she goes, before she pulls off, she was like, let me tell you something. I don't like this hospital. She was like, I can take you guys to Providence. It's in El Paso. That's a better hospital. But we've been up for so long. Anthony drove all night. So I tell her, let's just go to the truck. Let him get some sleep. In the morning, if I still have the same problem, I'll go to Providence. So, she drops us back over here to the truck stop. And I go to sleep. And, I can't climb on the top bunk, so I'm in Anthony's bed. And I tell him, just lay down, So the whole time I'm thinking he's asleep, not knowing that he's been up all night. He's worried. So we get up in the morning and I tell him, let's go to Providence because I'm not feeling any better. So I tell him, call 911 again. The same ambulance come, the same guys, and they're like, well, you look much better, but I can tell something is still wrong. And I'm like, yeah, my head's still spinning. I still can't focus on one thing. The back of my head is still hurting. So I tell him, he asks, do I want to go back to the same hospital? I told him no. Let's go to Providence. And so the one guy was like, that's not in our area. And the guy, the driver says this: if the customer asks to go to a Pacific hospital, we have to go to that hospital. So they take us there. It's about 25 minutes away. And when I get in there, this time I'm able to talk, and I have the discharge papers, and I give it to the doctor, and he goes, well, they said you have a migraine. And I'm like, I know what a migraine feels like. This is not a migraine. And so he says, explain to me what's going on. And I tell him, I look at the clock, and I'm like, everything is blurry, and like I really can't focus on one number. Everything is going from side to side. And so he goes, yeah, that doesn't sound like a migraine. He was like, do any of your body parts hurt? And I'm like, yeah, the back of my head hurt. Like it's pounding. So he goes, all right, let's do some tests. So he gives me some medicine for nausea, because I'm telling him I feel like I want to puke every time I open up my eyes for too long. And he goes, all right, let's do this test. And basically he wanted me to touch my nose, touch his finger, and he moves it around, and we do that back and forth. And he goes, okay. So he goes, the next thing I want you to do is get all the way to the top of the bed, and then lay back, and then hang off the bed from side to side. And so, which side is affected is my left side. So first he starts with the right side, and he looks at my eye. Then I switch over, and I turn to my left side, and he goes, yeah, you got vertigo. He goes, your eye cannot stay straight or stable. It's jumping from side to side. And so he goes, all right, we're going to go ahead, and I look at the pill, and it's the same yellowish pill that the other hospital gave me. And so I take the pill, and then, I'm able to hold it down because now I'm not throwing up. And so I'm focused on swallowing the pill and not throwing up this time. So I go ahead and I take the pill. So, I just sit back and relax. So they told me I have to either get up and try to walk to the nurse's station, or they're going to have to admit me in the hospital. And I definitely don't want to be admitted. So I get up and I walk halfway. So he tells me that I have to take the pill 3 times a day for 3 days before it can get in my system. And so, of course, my company puts me as unable to drive, which I wouldn't want to drive anyhow. And so now my husband is a solo driver, and I have to sit back and I have to relax. So I just wanted everybody to know. I tried putting up a video. I don't know what it looks like. I was just able to squinch my eyes a little bit, so I think I just put up a video a couple of minutes ago. I just wanted everyone to know that's why I won't be posting. It'll probably be like 2 to 3 weeks before I'll be able to post anything. So the other thing is, what caused the vertigo is my left ear. I think they said it's built up with wax. Well, they didn't say that. I had to call my family, and they did a whole bunch of research and went and called all the nurses in our family, and they all came together and basically saying what it is either I have an ear infection that's causing this, or I have like crystals or wax that built up into my ear canal that is clogging the ear, which connects to your brain. And what it's doing is it's basically making me feel like I'm on a boat. And this actually it hasn't happened like this, but every time I get on a boat, this is the feeling that I feel. Like I'm on the ocean, like on a wave or something like that. So, yeah, that's what's causing the vertigo. Alright, guys. I'm so sorry. Like, my eyes is closed, so I don't know what I'm focused on right now. But I'm going to go ahead and post this now, and then I'm going to lay back. Like I said, I can't even lay in the bed because it feels like I'm on water. So I'm sitting up in